There you go, The Miracle of Life from Yes, Union. And interesting, I love that track. Next one, we have more commentary from Steve Howe. Steve gets down to the nitty-gritty here to talk about the next track on Union, which is a track called Silent Talking, another John Anderson tune.
Silent Talking, well, here's a story. This track, once again, a little bit turbulent here and there, a little bit inner battle here and there. But this one, the second half should have been almost Topographic Oceans. But it got edited. Ye who held the razor blade shall deal with God and me at another stage. But it got edited and it got kind of mixed up where the guitar's beautiful, John's beautiful as well. So we battle it out in the most unsympathetic way. But fortunately you can hear John better than you can hear me. So I'm kind of buried, playing my Gibson stereo with unbelievable intensity.
Well, you'll just have to sneak us a secret tape.
Steve Howe is whispering. I have my own tape where come
on, let's have it. The alternate mix.
94 WYSP Silent Talking. That's another track from the Yes Union CD, and of course a John Anderson tune. Let me just check the credits here. I think he probably wrote it with the producer of the album. Oh no, actually this is interesting. The song is credited to John Anderson, Steve Howe, Rick Wakeman, Bill Bruford, and Jonathan Elias, the whole band, plus the producer. So there you go, Silent Talking, and here's Steve complaining about the guitar being lost in the mix. But you see, this is honest programming here. You get the honest truth from the members of Yes here on the Sunday Night Alternative. More from Yes here on the brand new CD scheduled for release on the 30th. Now, The More We Live, Let Go is a John Anderson composition. I take it here. Let me check this out here, exactly who's credited. Sorry about that. No, that is a Chris Squire, Billy Sherwood composition. Now, Billy Sherwood is the man from the World Trade Band who's been writing with Chris Squire, as Chris told us right here on this program a few months ago. So there you go, a Chris Squire, Billy Sherwood composition. The two tunes there, The More We Live, Let Go, really nice. Next is a John Anderson, Rick Wakeman, Jonathan Elias track, which is very much John Anderson, obviously, in his very yesy arrangement. And in fact, John told me that since Birthright, this is the most favorite arrangement that he has participated in. And the track is quite mystical, and it is called Encore What.
Dangerous is a track that I think John took to the degree that he wanted to take. Holding On is one of our tracks, although there is Hold On from Yes before. We have Holding On, this is ABWH. This track has gone through a few transitions and edits and has me on it somewhere. I do some quite important things on here, and a few other things are on the alternate mix.
The John Anderson, Jonathan Elias, and Steve Howe composition, Holding On there. Going right into just a little instrumental portion called Even Song, featuring Bill Bruford with bassist Tony Levin, and then we'll wrap it up with the John Anderson solo composition called Take the Water to the Mountain, more of the Yes Union CD. 94 WYSP, live from the Funny Bone and the Sunday Night Six-Pack following immediately.
Shedding some light into the secret development of this Yes Union album. I mean, I think there should be a documentary, The Making of the Union album, because it's obviously very complex. It's not the way you used to make records, I guess, in the early days.
Well, I don't know whether you played the first Go West album, but they brought out an album called Bangs and Crashes after it. And what you should do is you should have both CDs on your radio station. Everybody should go out and buy both records and find out how they made a very commercial pop record called Go West, which was really go. And they did 12-inch mix style, and they featured the instrumentation, and they chucked it around a bit. And one day I'll make a record and we'll mix it again, and we'll show people just how different a record could be.
Well, real quick, are you having fun out on the tour? Is it everything you hoped and feared it might be?
It's many of the things that how can I say it? Mostly, it's not all the things I feared it would be. It's lots of the things that I hoped it could be. It's not everything I hoped it could be. And I think gradually, as we develop the set, we'll improve it and we'll make amends and we'll make it. I think it has to be more sort of weatherproof for later on in the year. I think not so many patchy, sketchy bits, but maybe a very, tighten it up even more. But I'm not saying play for shorter. I'm just saying make the intensity even greater.
Yeah, it is wonderful now, and it's great. And it's so early in the tour; it's pretty amazing. And we know it always does seem to get better as tours go along. But personality-wise, it must be really interesting. And of course, you'd never worked with Trevor Rabin before, and you two guys seem to be getting closer and closer together each night.
Yeah, we're doing things. We're finding our feet together, and we're also, starting to listen back to the shows and sort of working out where it's going, and how much we've got to move to keep each other, to give each other space,
I'm sure. I know it's emotional. It's emotional for me just seeing all you guys all back together and doing it and having a great time. We'll see you again in July.
Okay, Ed. Great talking to you. Bye.
Thank you, Steve.
And our thanks to Steve Howe as well as Bill Bruford and Alan White for sharing their thoughts on the tour and the Yes album Union. We played it for you in its entirety throughout the programs, and I hope you enjoyed it. I think it's great stuff. Out on April 30th on Arista Records, the new Yes CD Union, and there seems to be some confusion about whether there's a bonus track on the cassette, so we'll have to check that out for you. Next Sunday night, join us for The Alternative. Annie Haslam will be our guest. Annie Haslam is performing at the at 23 East on May 3rd and 4th, so she'll be joining us next Sunday night, talk about what she's up to. And again, I'm Ed Sciaky. Thanks for joining us for tonight on the Sunday Night Alternative. Thanks again to Karen Farr for coming and singing a couple of tunes. Enjoyed having Karen in with her. Check her opening for Fairport Convention next Friday and Saturday. Congratulations to her.